What's going on, champs and champions? It's Fire Monkey here, and this is going to be another one of those videos where I kind of just ramble on about a topic. You know, we won't really be playing the game that much. We won't really be talking about any specific Fortnite news. I guess actually, now that I say that out loud, it's kind of is Fortnite news in a way. But basically, it's just one of those videos where I decided, you know what? This is what I want to talk about, so this is what we're going to talk about. So let's go ahead and hop over to Fortnite right here. And you may be wondering, okay, if it's something in the lobby, you know, it's something that is just a weird little topic, what's going on here? But then again, you might have already known if you looked at the title and thumbnail of the video, which if you did, shame on you. How dare you spoil this video for yourself? Anyways, Epic Games has done a very weird discovery menu update recently, just out of the blue, right? It was like during the time when they were starting the Kid Laroi concert. They just kind of pushed this update live. They didn't have to, you know, push out like any change or a hotfix or anything. And it wasn't even like an experiment. So it was just something that everyone was going to see whenever they launched their game. And it's something that's kind of iffy to me, right? It's something that I'm not really for certain if I like, if I dislike, for I'm somewhere in the middle on. And it's this. If you go over to your in-game menu and you go over to your discovery tab, you know, the thing that everyone's already talked about being a mess for years upon years now, you'll notice something very interesting this time around. Instead of it just being like, you know, by Epic right there at the very top or anything, right? And, you know, one map promoted up here, you have a selection of maps promoted right away, right? You have the Kid Laroi's Wild Dreams event, you have the Wild Dreams After Party map, you have Battle Royale, Zero Build, Creative Mode, and Arena Mode. Now, of course, when you press Arena Mode, it's going to put you just in normal Arena Mode, and if you wanted to play like late game Arena, you have to actually scroll down here still and find that actual late game Arena Mode, or, you know, like Zero Build, Squad, Cash Cups, whatever cup you want to actually participate in. But it's a weird thing where it's like, okay, they're starting to promote stuff in a weird way, right? They're starting to make like the main focus of everything going on here just kind of, you know, at the very top of the discovery map, or I guess discovery menu, but there's some weirdness about it. Now, when they first put it live, these two maps right here, you know, the Kid Laroi event maps weren't there, and it's like, I'm kind of iffy on this, right? Because on one hand, it's a cool system, right? I think it could be definitely tinkered with to make it really good, and if they do it well enough, maybe we could just have this tab, we can get rid of Buy Epic, because, you know, right when you click on discovery, Buy Epic's right there at the top, right? Make this the Buy Epic section or something. Now, of course, it's kind of hard, because if you want to figure out if you're playing Battle Royale or Zero Build, you have to recognize the icons, hover over that specific icon to get the information you need and everything. But I could see this menu being something that is useful, but as of right now, it just is a weird change, right? Because it's like we still have Buy Epic down here, right? And it still is sorted the exact same way as what's up here. And another thing is, out of every map featured here, out of everything going on here, you know, Battle Royale, Zero Build, the creative modes, the creative thing itself, and arena modes, there's an official Epic Games mode that is currently missing from the top menu, and that's none other than Save the World. Now, of course, you have like the modes like Party Royale, Team Rumble, those type of things, but Save the World is one of those modes that I would have expected them to try hoisting up here as well, since it seems that this is kind of like the Buy Epic or Epic Events tab in a way, right? It kind of feels like this is where they should host like their main things regarding Fortnite, and I feel that Save the World, even though it doesn't get that many updates anymore, it still is one of Fortnite's main things. So it's just like one of those weird things where it's like they made this change out of absolutely nowhere. It only really added stuff, right? Because it's like we still have the Fortnite competitive tab, we still have all these tabs and everything, but it still is an iffy situation where I'm not for sure if I actually like it or not. And another thing is, let's say you wanted to play Zero Build Battle Royale, right? You click on it and it will just have it set to, you know, whatever you had it set to before, and then you can click here and click on solos, trios, whatever you want. But if you want to actually change that before you even click it, you can't really, right? You can obviously press the three dots and then you can change it there, you know, pick your mode and everything from here and press play. But if you're just at this menu normally, right, you can't really do anything like that. Now, it's kind of similar for this right here because you just click it and it does the same thing. But I just feel that, you know, with how it's more vague on what everything is, I feel they can improve it a little bit. Now, of course, the Discovery match, oh my god, the Discovery tab is just a complete mess entirely. You know, a lot of people talk about this all the time. They talk about how there's things that shouldn't really be here. You know, you have tons of stuff like the same Death Run or the same map being copied and pasted multiple times, just with a different thumbnail or something like that. And apparently there's a lot of TOS breaking stuff on here, such as creative maps being made that actually use, like, you know, actual, like, people or whatever, like Mr. Beast or whatever, when they're not technically allowed to or stuff like that. You know, it's like this right here. Is this allowed? Because technically, I'm pretty sure this image that they're using was stolen from a YouTuber's video and then just kind of put on their thumbnail or something, right? And so, like, there's a lot of stuff going on with Discovery tab that could definitely use some changes, you know, definitely could be improved on a little bit more. Like, HQ Creator, I'm assuming this is a map or something of some kind, but I can't really tell anything about it because it's just in the new Variety tab. mixed with Spider-Man parkour and the almost impossible Death Run 2 traps, droppers, stairs, 11 levels. You know, it's like the Discovery tab obviously has its own quirks, and it's going to be something that will probably get changed and modified with. Oh, that's Mario. Okay. But it'll be something that gets changed and modified with for a lot of time, you know, for a long time to come. So it's definitely going to be something where we're going to have growing pains with this. You know, we're probably going to see things that aren't supposed to happen there happen. We're going to see them make changes, go back on those changes and stuff like that. But I would love to hear in the comments down below, what do you feel about this new mini tab at the very top whenever you open up the Discovery menu? Personally, for me, I'm kind of like iffy, right? On one hand, I think it could be really good and they can improve it in the future, make it super solid, and it could definitely be a really nice addition to the game, especially if you want to quickly just find Epic Games' original stuff. But I feel if they start using it in the future to promote more creative maps when there's not like a creative event going on with that map or whatever, I feel that it could clutter up this top tab, because as of right now, I'm seeing, and I dedicate this tab in my mind to the Epic Games tab, right? I dedicate this mini area as these are our core modes, and then all below it is going to be your creative stuff or whatever, which I think is a pretty solid system, because that would make it so, you know, the Discovery menu feels like it has its own flow, and if you wanted to find the Epic Games stuff, it would be at the very top. But of course, as of right now, there's things like, you know, certain arena modes like cups or whatever not showing up here, late game arena not showing up, and Save the World or Team Rumble not being up here. So it is something that we'll probably see change over time, but I thought I'd just make a quick little video rambling on about it, because it was just something that sat with me in a weird way, and I was like, you know what, I could probably make a nice little decent video just talking with you guys about it and getting your guys' feedback. And who knows, maybe someone at Epic Games watches the video and is like, you know what, commenter 57 George 29.54, who asked about giving everyone V-Bucks in the comments down below, makes some very solid points. Let's give that up to the higher ups here at my company or something like that. You know, I don't know if that will actually ever happen, but you know, maybe we could make a change. Who knows? So feel free to discuss in the comments down below, but of course be civil. And with that said, I hope you champs and champions enjoyed today's YouTube video. If you did, consider subscribing to support the content I create. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. Peace out.